How could you do that?
What's up, everybody? It's Cale Berger from 93.7 The Fan. This is Shootin' the Stick, presented by Leon's Billiards and More, conveniently located right on Route 19 in Wexford. And our guest this week, Larry Richert, host of the KDKA Radio Morning Show.
That's Uncle Larry to you.
It is Uncle Larry. Larry, thanks for joining the show. You much of a pool player?
It's been a few semesters, but back in the day.
And you found a way to scratch on the first one.
Are you kidding?
Pretty impressive.
I can't even remember. Does that mean I lose?
You don't lose. You just don't scratch on the 8-ball like I have every episode so far. There we go.
Yeah, but you didn't call it.
You don't have to call it.
Oh, you play that way.
Larry, you're of course the public address voice of Acrisure Stadium now. Do you have any times where you're talking to a crowd of over 60,000 plus where you maybe put your foot in your mouth?
My very first game was a preseason game against the Colts, and I was going through the roster and I was looking at one of the linebackers, and the last name was Fuku. So I always check with the visiting team to make sure, and I said, I'm checking some pronunciations, and the guy looked at me and he goes, Foku. And I said, okay, good. Sure enough, halfway into the third quarter, tackle on the play number 56, Foku. And I turned the mic off, and the spotter said, what'd you say? And I said Foku, didn't I? And he goes, yeah, I'm just messing with you.
Larry, tell me what it was like playing charity hockey with Mario Lemieux.
Played against Mario and Gordie Howe in the Civic Arena in front of probably 8,000 people, and it was pretty cool because I got a picture in uniform on the ice between Mario and Gordie Howe, and I know my kids are going to find it one day and go, are you serious? Get the hell out of here. What is Dad doing on the ice with Mario Lemieux and Gordie Howe? That was a question I asked myself, and later Gordie asked me, what the hell are you doing here? 15 in the corner pocket.
A lot of force there, Larry. You've been juicing. You obviously have one of the most recognizable voices in all of Pittsburgh. Tell me the best story about a time someone recognized you for your voice out in the wild.
We'll go, are you that guy? And I'm there, what guy do you think I am?
Most of the time you just tell them you're Bob Bumpy Andy.
That's a whole nother atmosphere, a whole nother level of stardom. Let's be honest. I don't dance on TikTok. Can't do it, wouldn't do it, couldn't do it. Bob does it, that's his thing. Let him get all the likes, whatever. It's gonna be tight.
I knew that was gonna go.
Another scratch.
Yeah, well now we gotta ask Leon for a new table, but
I'm sorry.
good attempt.
Tell Leon I can fix this. It's a couple of years of therapy.
Larry, it's pretty well documented that you are the brother-in-law of former Pitt great, Pro Football Hall of Famer Dan Marino. Do you have a memorable story with Danny that sticks out to you?
We're in a roped-off section of this casino. It's a $100 minimum bet. I didn't have any kind of money to play like that, but I'm sitting there, and then Lawrence Taylor, the Giants great, and Downtown Julie Brown, who was on MTV in the beginning, they come over, they're sitting around, and all of a sudden I hear my father-in-law, Pat Marino, go, hey, they're calling you. And I'm like, what? Who's calling me? We're in Freeport in the Bahamas. Larry, hey Larry. And Danny goes, who the hell, what the, Larry, we're from Pittsburgh. Turns out there was a roofer convention and they were all sitting in there. And he goes, I'm signing cocktail napkins. He goes, is there anything more worthless in the world, Dan says, than that? And I go, actually, you're right about that. Oh.
Here's where we close it out, right here. Oh!
9 in the corner.
Now, Larry, before you were here at KDKA Radio, you were, of course, the weatherman on KDKA TV. Do you ever miss being the weather guy and people telling you're always wrong? Or what's something that maybe people don't realize about that?
Because I would have people come up to me, they'd say, oh, you're like a celebrity on TV. And I said, like a celebrity, unless you're the weather guy, then everybody's got something to say to you. This little woman, this tall, says, "You ruined my daughter's wedding." And I said, "I'm sorry, what happened?" She said, "It rained." I said, "When?" She said, "Last Saturday." I said, "Wait a minute. Friday, we said it was going to rain Saturday." She goes, "You're never right. So even when you're right, you were wrong." So I'm in the Weather Witness Protection Program. I'd appreciate if you would disavow any knowledge of this show.
But nothing I'm more thankful for than this right here, than this shot you gave
Don't
me
scratch.
to win the game.
Oh, he scratched and blocked! How could you do that? 0 for 3. Gilbert, I'm sorry. I'd just like to thank all the little people I've stepped on my way to the top of the billiard game. I want to thank Leon's this beautiful table. And if I damaged it in any way, Kale will be happy to pay for it.
We'll see you next time on Shootin' the Stick, presented by Leon's Billiards and more.